If you're interested in social justice and you're a cultural producer, that you must join forces with the activists and the academics and the people in positions of power that can help implement the ideas, because I think that inevitably you have to deal with institutionalization if you want to create change. I don't think art alone, except maybe Salt of the Earth, that movie on organizing, but mostly cultural change happens through voting, it happens through perceptual change, it happens through organizational strategies, policy shifts. I don't think there's a specific role for art, and I think you have to separate art from culture, broadly speaking, but those of us who are artists, I think, have a lot to contribute in different ways. A lot of young people want a more aesthetic expression or a more expressionistic way to talk about social change. So they're doing everything from the way they dress to the signs they make to the music that's on, the performances that are going online. Museums are rethinking their role. And right there in New York, you've got the example of the Queen's Museum, which is run by Sally Talent, who is extremely progressive in the field that I am a practitioner of, which is called social practice art or social art or socially engaged art. And they are rethinking the role of the museum. Right now, it's a food distribution center. Right now, it's an online educational programming center. And the complication of that is, how do you fit in the various forms of cultural production by artists within that kind of framework? The Bellagio residency for me was a really special moment. I won't ever forget it. And what was amazing was not just the time, but the company. I loved being with all those scholars and writers and thinkers. It was like being a kid in a candy shop. I don't know if Joe knew it, but I would sit next to him deliberately at dinner, and I would provoke him into giving us seminars on the Euro crisis and what was going on in Greece at the time. And, or having, having a little walk with somebody that could talk about being a judge in South Africa. Those kinds of experiences were, I think, unforgettable. And to me, that was the value. It expanded my sphere of people who cared about similar kinds of issues, because mostly people there were people that were working on various social justice kinds of issues.